Welcome, Ankeny Centennial Jags fans. We are here at Ankeny Centennial High School at the Centennial Invitational 2025. This is the championship bracket. In Ankeny Centennial, just coming off a big win against Dowling, now facing a familiar foe, crosstown rival, the Ankeny Hawks. Winner advances to the championship game of the championship bracket. Loser done for the day. In the front court for Centennial Jags, we have Bailey, Tatum, and Sophie. In the back court, Ellie, Maya, and Megan. The Jags will be starting with serve here in the first set. Megan with the first serve of the first set. Megan low serve down the line. Hawks able to get it up to their middle. They go around the block and down. And so the Hawks will start with the first point here in set number 1. Hawks getting set to serve. Hawks cross-court serve low. Bailey pops it up. Megan pops it up. Maya has to bump it over. Hawks get it up to the right side. They go cross-court. Ellie goes flying to try and get that shot. Not able to come up with it. A nice hard shot by the right side of the Ankeny Hawks will give them an early 2-0 lead here in this first set. Hawks with another serve. Low cross-court serve. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan out to Bailey. Bailey goes into the block. Gets blocked at the net. Right now, the Hawks, all kinds of energy after watching the Ankeny Centennial Jags against Dowling in a 3-set thriller. Cross-court serve. Tatum gets it up and goes sideways out of bounds. Megan unable to track that one down. And right now, the Jags struggling here out of the gates. Hard low serve down the middle. Ellie pops it up. Maya setting up Bailey in the outside. Bailey able to hit it over. Hawks able to get the dig. They set there outside. They tip it down the line. Megan able to pop it up to Maya. Maya setting up Tatum. Tatum goes cross court. Hawks able to get the dig. They're going to set up there outside. Who goes into the block of Sophie. Sophie blocks it at the net. They set the right side. Goes over the block. Ellie gets it up. Sophie gets it up. And then Tatum can't get it over. And the Jags unable to score yet here in set number 1. Coming out with not a whole lot of energy out of the gates against a crosstown rival. It's difficult playing against a CIML foe that takes you to the brink, spending all that energy trying to fight every point and then turning right back around against a fresh CIML foe. After the timeout, both teams back out onto the court. The Hawks getting set to serve. Cross-court serve, Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan out to Tatum. Tatum goes off the antenna. So the Jags still struggling here in set number 1. Hawks deep serve to the middle. Maya pops it up for Megan. Megan out to Bailey. Bailey goes cross court. Hawks with the dig. They set up their middle. Gets blocked by Bailey. Hawks get it back up. They're going to go to the right side. They go cross court. And that catches the sideline. So the Hawks sharpshooting from every angle right now. The Jags with no answers. Cross-court serve, Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan quick sets to Sophie. Sophie through the block and down. So the Jags finally able to notch a score on the scoreboard. Bailey will check out. Kaylin will check in and head back to serve for the Jags. Kaylin deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set their right side. Blocked by Ellie. Maya able to get it up to Megan. Megan to Sophie. Sophie through the block. Jostle at the net. Hawks setting up their right side. They're going to hit a deep shot. Kaylin trying to push that ball up. Goes through her hands. And so the Hawks will get the point, still leading by 7. And Haley Flanders back to serve for the Hawks. A very good server. Hard low serve, just a little bit too low in the net. So Sophie will check out. Maddie checks in as Maya will head back to serve for the Jags. Maya deep serve cross court. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set their middle through the block, but it goes long out of bounds. So the Jags with a point, chipping it down to 5. Maya with another serve. Deep cross-court serve. Hawks able to pop it up again. They set up their middle. Partially blocked. Megan able to get it up to Maya. Maya back to Tatum. Tatum goes cross-court. Hawks with the dig. They're going to set up their outside. Who goes roll shot deep. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan out to Ellie. Ellie goes deep, and that catches the back baseline. A kill for Ellie on the outside. And the Jags back to within 4 as Maya heads back to serve again. By another cross-court serve deep to the corner. Hawks able to get it up to the right side. Blocked by Maddie. Hawks get it back up to their outside this time. Partially blocked. Maya able to get it to Megan. Megan quick says to Maddie. Maddie around the block and down. A kill for Maddie. And the Jags back to within 3 here in the first set. By a low serve, just too low into the net. So the Hawks get a stop. The Jags making a little bit of a run to chip into the lead. Hawks getting set to serve. Deep serve, Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan Chris to Maddie. Maddie into the block and down. Another kill for Maddie. So Tatum will head back to serve for the Jags. Tatum cross-court serve low. Hawks able to get it up to their outside. They go into the block of Maddie. Maddie blocks it. Hawks hit a roll shot over Tatum to Maya to Megan. Megan goes deep. Hawks able to get the dig. They set up their right side hitter who goes off the block. Maya with the dig to Tatum. Tatum back to Ellie. Ellie tips it off the block and backwards. Hawks with the dig. They're going to set up their right side hitter who goes over the block. Kaylin goes diving to try and get the ball. Can't come up with it. So the Hawks will get the stop and now get set to serve. Deep serve down the middle. Kaylin able to pop it up to Tatum. Tatum to Ellie. Ellie with a roll shot down the line. Hawks able to cover. They're going to set their outside hitter who goes down the line. Kaylin goes flying to try and get that dig. Can't come up with it. So the Hawks pushing the lead back up to 5 with another serve. Low serve down the middle. Kaylin does a great job getting it to Tatum. Tatum to Megan. Megan blocks at the net. Hard low serve down the line. Ellie pops it up for Tatum. Tatum back to Ellie. Ellie goes off the block and out of bounds. That's a kill for Ellie on the outside. So Ellie will head back to serve for the Jags. Ellie serving down the line. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set their outside hitter. It's a roll shot cross court. Maya with the dig to Tatum. Tatum to Maddie. Maddie tips it cross court. Hawks with the cover. They're going to set their right side hitter who goes over the block. Maya with the dig. Maddie pops it up. Galen hits it over. Hawks with the cover. They're going to set their outside. Hits it off the block. Maya able to get the dig to Tatum. Tatum to Maddie. Maddie goes cross court. But, oh, I thought the Hawks were in the net. It was just long out of bounds. The Hawks get the point. It might have been Maddie who hit the net. I couldn't tell for sure. Happened so quickly. Either way, Hawks getting set to serve. Deep serve down the middle. Meyer with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Kalen. Kalen off the block and backwards. Hawks in trouble. That's a kill for Kalen on the outside. So Maddie will check out. Nora will check in and head back to serve. Maya heads out and Sophie will head into the front row. Nora, deep cross-court serve. The Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set their right side. It's it into the block of Kalen. Kalen blocks it at the net. And the Jags back to within 4 here. Nora, deep serve to the corner. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set their right side hitter. Hits it over the block. Ellie able to get the dig to Tatum. Tatum back sets to Megan. Megan goes cross court. Hawks with the dig. They set up their middle, through the block and down. A great swing by the middle of the Hawks. So Nora will check out. Maddie will check in and then immediately head out. And Maya will take her place in the back row as the Hawks get set to serve. Deep serve down the line. Kalen with the pass to Tatum. Tatum back to Kalen. Kalen goes down the line. That's a kill for Kalen on the outside. So Megan will head back to serve for the Jags. Hard low serve down the middle. Hawks on the overpass. Kalen catches the sideline on the little tip over. Beautiful read by Kalen on the outside. Just barely catching that sideline. And the Jags back to within 3. Megan hard serve down the opposite line. Hawks on the overpass. Tatum with the stuff down. Back-to-back overpasses have allowed the Jags to claw their way back to within 2. Megan deep serve down the middle. Ankeny, Hawks able to get it up to their right side. They go cross court. And another great sideline shot by the Hawks on the right side. Hawks low serve down the middle. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan out to Kalen. Kalen goes through the block. Hawks with the dig. They set up their outside. They go into the block of Tatum and out of bounds. So the Hawks push the lead back up to 4 here. Over halfway through this first set. Hawks with another serve. Cross court serve deep. Kalen with the pass to Megan. Megan back out to Kalen. Kalen goes around the block. Hawks in a little bit of trouble. Able to punch it over. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan back out to Kalen. Kalen tips it over. Hawks tips it back. But land in the net while trying to tip it. So the Jags will get the point. Kalen will head back to serve. Kalen deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their right side. Hits it around the net. Tatum gets it up and over. Hawks hit it back up and over. Maya with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum down the line. Hawks with the dig. They tip it over. Maya with the dig. And they're going to call the Hawks in the net, so the Jags will get the point. Fantastic dig by Haley from the Hawks, followed up by one from Maya from the Jags, but Maya didn't need that dig as they landed in the net. Hawks landed in the net. Kaylin deep serve down the line. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up there outside. Goes into the block, gets blocked at the net. Hawks go in the net. Oh, they go over the line again. Stepping over the middle line. And the Jags back to within one. Kaylin back looking for the tie. Kaylin deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter who goes into the block. Oh, Tatum! Tatum with the rejection at the net. We are tied at 16s. Tatum low serve. Hawks able to get it up. They set up their middle. Hits it through the block. Kaylin gets it up. Tatum gets it up. Kaylin from the back row hits it just a little bit too low in the net. But a good run by the Jags there. Down one, the Hawks. Down one to the Hawks. The Hawks getting set to serve. Haley deep serve. That goes a little bit too deep out of bounds. So the Jags will get the point. Sophie will check out. Maddie checks into the front row. Maya back to serve. Maya deep serve to the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set their right side. Goes cross court. Megan sliding to try and get that ball. Can't come up with it. So we have to get a towel out. There's slick spots all over on the court. It's been a long day of volleyball, so some of the girls sweating a little bit. It's not the coolest in the gym full of people. So the Hawks getting set to serve up one. Deep serve cross court. Kaylin able to pop it up to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum goes cross court for the kill. Tatum showing a sharp angle of her own there. Tatum cross court serve. That goes wide out of bounds. So the Hawks go back up one here. Now getting set to serve. Hawks hard low serve down the middle. Kaylin to Tatum to Ellie. Ellie goes into the block. Tatum gets it up. Maddie gets it up. Kaylin pushes it to the corner, and they're going to call 4 hits. There must have been a graze off one of the Jags players. I couldn't see where that 4th hit came from, but it's happening really quickly as well. Hawks with the serve. Low serve down the middle. Kaylin with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Maddie in the slide. Tries to go cross court. Too low into the net. And the Hawks leading by 3 now as we get late into this first set. So after the timeout, both teams back out onto the court. Hawks getting set to serve. Ankeny No more timeouts throughout the rest of this first set. Cross-court serve. Ellie with the pass to Tatum. Tatum pops it up, and Megan has to hit it over. Hawks setting up to their outside. They go cross-court. Meyer with the dig to Tatum. Tatum out to Ellie. Ellie goes roll shot. Hawks in trouble. Gets it back on. They bump it over, but it goes wide out of bounds. So the Jags able to get the stop. So Ellie will head back to serve. Ellie deep serve down the line. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set up there. Outside, who has to bump it over. Maya comes flying, gets it to Tatum. Tatum back sets to Megan. Megan tips it cross court for the kill. And so the Jags back to within one late in this first set. Ellie with another serve. Ellie low serve. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their middle. They hit it over. Ellie with the dig to Tatum. Tatum to Kaylin. Kaylin goes down the line. Hawks in trouble. That's going to be a kill for Kaylin. Kaylin with a little bit of a sidewinder hit on that ball. Looked like she was going cross court and then cut it across her body to go down the line. And the Hawks have to mop up a little bit on their side. Again, late in the day, in a warm gym, these girls are starting to get a little warm. Ellie stands back, ready to serve. Ellie serving deep down the line. Hawks in a little trouble, get it back on the court. They're going to try and hit a roll shot, and it hits off of Maddie and out of bounds. A great roll shot. The outside for the Hawks had to run back to get that ball and able to hit a decent shot over the net. Hawks low serve down the line. Kaylin with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Maddie. Maddie trying to push it over. Goes a little too low. And so the Jags will substitute Maddie out. Sydney into the front row as the Hawks get set to serve. Hawks deep serve. Kaylin able to pop it up to Tatum. Tatum to Sydney. Sydney goes cross court for the kill. A kill for Sydney in the middle. Maya heads out. Sophie heads into the front row. Sydney checks out. Nora checks in and will serve for the Jags. Low serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set their outside. Off the block and out of bounds. So the Hawks will be serving set point number 1. Nora checked out. Sydney heads in and then heads out. And Maya takes her place in the back row as the Hawks get set to serve. Low serve. Sophie gets it to Tatum. Back to Sophie. Sophie into the block and gets blocked at the net. So the Hawks will take the first set 25-22. The Jags falling behind by quite a bit early in that set, doing a fantastic job clawing their way all the way back, knotting up the first set, but then falling behind by 3 again, not able to quite get back past to within 1. So we will wait and see what happens here in set number 2. Winner will face off against the winner of Dyke New Hartford and Waukee Northwest. After the set break in the front court for the Jags, we have Ellie, Sophie, and Tatum in the back court. Maddie, Megan, and Kaylin. So Maddie will check out, Maya will check in to the back row, and the Jags are ready for serve receive here in set number 2. A must-win set for the Jags to try and push it to 3 and keep their hopes of the championship game alive. The Hawks tried to cap it at 2 and push through to the championship game themselves. So the Hawks with the first serve of the second set. Deep serve down the middle. Ellie with the pass. It goes over. And the Hawks capitalize on the overpass and will start with the first point here in the second set. Hawks with another serve. Low serve down the middle. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan to Maddie on the slide, or to Sophie on the slide. Hawks get the dig. They set their right side. They go off the block and out of bounds. And the Hawks starting with the first 2 points here in the second set, much like they did in the first. Hawks serving down the line. Kaylin gets it up. Tatum unable to track it down. And the Hawks starting out hot here in set number 2. The Jags not quite able to get their footing yet. Cross-court serve deep, and that catches off of Kaylin and heads out of bounds. And so the Jags getting deeper in this hole, needing a stop here in set number 2. Cross-court serve low. Kaylin gets it up. Ellie gets it up. And the Jags out of sorts. Looking for something to get going. Cross-court serve deep. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan to Tatum. Tatum through the block and down. A kill for Tatum on the outside. So the Hawks up 4. The Jags were able to come back by as many as 7 in the first set. Let's see if they can make a run here in the second and push it to a third. Kaylin with the serve. Deep serve down the middle, and we weren't ready for that serve. Kaylin deep serve cross court. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set there outside. Gets a roll shot over. Megan gets it up. Sophie gets it up and over. Hawks setting up their right side this time. Into the block of Ellie blocks it, and they're going to call a lift by the Jags. Or I'm sorry, a lift by the Hawks. So the Jags will get the point. Kaylin will head back to serve again. Kaylin low cross-court serve. Hawks able to get up to their middle. They go over. Megan able to get it up to Maya. Maya to Tatum. Tatum goes cross-court. Hawks with the dig. They're going to set their outside hitter who goes over the block. Kaylin gets it up. Sophie tries to get her up. Maya dives to try and get that ball back on the court. Can't come up with it. So the Hawks still leading by 4. Now getting set to serve. Deep serve down the line. Kaylin pops it up to Megan. Megan out to Ellie. Ellie goes cross court. Hawks with the dig. They're going to set up their outside hitter who tips it off the block and out of bounds. So the Hawks pushing the lead to 5 here in set number 2. Deep serve down the middle. Maya pops it up. Kaylin pops it up to Ellie. Ellie hits a roll shot over. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set up their right side. Who hits it over. Maya unable to get the dig. And right now, everything going back towards the Hawks. Again in set number 2, just like set number 1, Jags struggling mightily. So after the timeout, both teams back out onto the court. The Hawks getting set to serve. Deep serve. Kaylin able to pop it up to Megan. Megan to Tatum. Tatum has to tip it over. The Hawks have to hit it over. Maya to Megan to Ellie. Ellie goes off the block. It goes backwards. Hawks are able to get it up to their outside. They hit a roll shot deep. Maya tries to set it up, and it goes backwards out of bounds. So the Jags continue to struggle here in the second. Deep serve. Maya with the pass to Megan. Megan to Sophie. Sophie goes around the block and down. That's a kill for Sophie. Can the Jags make a run here to make a game out of this? As Sophie checks out, Maddie checks in, Maya heads back to serve. Maya cross-court serve. Ankeny able to get it up. They set up there outside. They go through the block. Kaylin with the dig to Megan. Megan out to Ellie. Ellie goes roll shot over. Hawks able to get the dig, but not able to get that second ball. So the Jags with a point. Still down 5. Maya back to serve again. Maya cross-court serve. Hawks in trouble. And Tatum able to stuff down the overpass. So a few quick points for the Jags to cut down this lead a little bit. Maya with another serve. Low serve. Hawks able to get it up to their outside. They go over the block. Maya with the dig to Megan. Megan quick sets to Maddie. Maddie goes into the block and down. A kill for Maddie. The Jags back to within 3. By another serve, cross court. Hawks able to get it up to their middle. Goes cross court. That's wide out of bounds. So the Jags back to within 2 here. By another deep serve, cross court. Hawks able to get it up to their outside. They go cross court. Maya unable to get that dig. So the Hawks will end the Jags run. Still up 3, now getting set to serve. Haley Flanders back for the Hawks. Serve down the middle. Kaylin with the pass to Megan or Maddie. Maddie hits it over. Hawks able to get the dig. They set up the right side. They go cross court, and no one there for the Jags. So the Hawks push the lead back up to 4. Hawks hard low serve. Kaylin gets it up to Megan. Megan hits it up. Ellie has to bump it over, and it goes over the Hawks and down. The bump kill by Ellie will get the ball back to the Jags, so Tatum will rotate back to serve. Deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set their outside hitter. Through the block. Kaylin able to get it up to Tatum. Tatum quick sets to Maddie. Maddie through the block. Hawks able to get it up to their outside again. They hit a roll shot over. Kaylin with the pass to Tatum. Tatum out to Ellie. Ellie goes cross court. That's a kill for Ellie on the outside. And the Jags back to within 2. Tatum serving down the line. Hawks pop it up. They're going to set up their right side. They go into the block. It goes up and over. Megan hits the overpass. And the Jags back to within 1 here. Can they keep pressing to get a lead and maintain it here in a must-win set? Tatum serving down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their middle, and a little bit of a miscommunication, or maybe a little high of a set by the setter for the Hawks. The middle couldn't quite reach that set, so Tatum serving, looking for a lead. Deep serve, and that's going to go to, going to catch the back baseline. So the Jags will get a 1-point lead here. Tatum painting the back baseline. And the Hawks will take a timeout. After the timeout, both teams back out onto the court. Tatum back, getting set to serve. Tatum, deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter, who hits it off the block and backwards out of bounds. So the Hawks will get the stop. Hawks now getting set to serve. Hawks serving down the line. Ellie with the pass to Tatum. Tatum setting up Kaylin. Kaylin tips it over the block. Hawks able to get the cover. They set up their outside hitter. Hits a roll shot over the block. Kaylin gets it up, and they're going to call Centennial over the line. And so the Hawks back up 1 here in the second set. Hawks getting set to serve. Low serve down the middle. Kaylin gets it up. Tatum gets it up. Ellie has to bump it over. Hawks setting up their offense to the outside. It gets blocked at the net by Maddie. Hawks able to get it up to their outside again. They tip it over. Tatum able to pop it up. Maya setting up Ellie in the outside. Ellie hits a roll shot down the line. Hawks able to cover. They're going to set up their right side. They tip it over. Maya there to Tatum to Maddie. Maddie hits a roll shot over. Hawks there. They're going to set up their middle. Blocked by Maddie. And they're going to call over the net by Maddie. I'm a little bit confused on that one. So the Hawks will get the point. Jags back down 2 here. Hawks cross-court serve low. Ellie pops it up to Tatum. Tatum out to Megan. Megan hits it off the block and backwards. Hawks able to get the dig. They set up their middle. They tip it cross-court. Tatum with the dig to Maya. Maya setting up. Kaylin. Kaylin goes off the block and backwards. Hawks with the dig. They set up their outside hitter who goes off the block. Maya gets it up, but it goes sideways out of bounds. And the Jags back down 3 here. Looking for a stop. Can't get any further into this hole. Cross-court serve. Ellie able to pop it up. Tatum pops it up. So Sydney hits it over. Sets up the outside, and the Hawks hit it on the wrong side of the antenna there, so the Jags will get the stop. Ellie will head back to serve for the Jags. Ellie deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They set up their middle. They tip it over. Tatum gets it up. Megan gets it up. Kaylin hits it over the block. Hawks able to get it up to the right side. They hit a roll shot deep. Ellie gets it up to Tatum. Tatum to Kaylin. Kaylin tries to go down the line, too low into the net. So the Hawks maintaining that 3-point lead over the Jags here in set number 2. Now getting set to serve again. Serve down the middle. Maya with the pass to Tatum. Tatum back sets to Megan. Megan gets blocked at the net. And so the Hawks pushing the lead to 4 with another serve. Hawks cross-court serve. Ellie pops it up to Tatum. Tatum to Sydney. Sydney through the block. And that's going to be off the block and out of bounds. A kill for Sydney in the middle. So Sydney will head out. Nora will head in and head back to serve for the Jags. Maya heads out. Sophie heads into the front row. Nora low serve just off the net and over. Hawks able to get it up to their outside. It goes off the block and backwards. Ellie with the dig to Tatum. Tatum tips it, or goes to Sophie. Sophie tips it over. Gets the kill. So the Jags will get the point down 2. Nora back to serve again. Nora cross-court serve. That goes wide out of bounds. So the Hawks will get the point. Nora will check out. Sydney will head in and then head out. Maya will head in for Sydney in the back row as the Hawks get set to serve. Deep serve down the line. Kaylin with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Sophie. Sophie hits it deep, but the Hawks were caught in the net. So the Jags will get the point. Megan will head back to serve for the Jags. Megan serving down the line. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up there outside. They go cross court. Maya with the dig to Megan. Megan to Kaylin. Kaylin gets blocked. Maya tries to get the dig. Can't come up with it. And so the Hawks still maintaining a 3-point lead as it's getting late in this second set. Kaylin heads out. Bailey heads in as the Hawks get set to serve. Hawks serving down the middle. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum goes cross court. That's a kill for Tatum in the middle. Bailey will check out. Kaylin will check in and head back to serve for the Jags. Kaylin deep serve down the middle. The Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set up their middle. Hits it over the block. Kaylin gets it up and over. Hawks set up there outside. They have to bump it over. Megan with the pass to Maya. Maya out to Tatum. Tatum goes cross court. Hawks with the dig. They're going to set their right side. Who goes roll shot over. Megan gets it up. Sophie hits it back. Hawks in trouble. And the Jags will get the point. So Jags trailing by 1 as Kaylin heads back to serve again. Kaylin serving cross court. Hawks able to get it up to their outside. They go roll shot over. Megan gets it up. Maya setting up Tatum on the right side. Tatum goes blocked at the net. Megan gets it up. Tatum gets it up. Ellie pushes it deep to the corner, and that finds an open spot. So we are knotted at 19s here in the second. And the Hawks will take a timeout. After the timeout, Kaylin heads back to serve for the Jags. Looks like they're still mopping up some sweat over on the Hawks side. Kaylin deep serve down the middle, and that's going to be an ace for Kaylin. So the Jags the first to 20 here in set number 2. Needing to continue to go on a run here. Try and take this second set and push it to a third. Kaylin back to serve again. Kaylin another deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They set it to their middle. And that'll be a kill for the middle of the Hawks. So we are knotted at 20s here in the second set. Hawks getting set to serve. Serve deep down the line. Kaylin able to pop it up to Tatum. Tatum back to Kaylin. Kaylin goes roll shot over. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter. It's a roll shot partially blocked. Kaylin able to get it up to Megan. Megan setting up Ellie. Ellie goes into the block, gets blocked, gets it back up though. Megan to Tatum. Tatum tips it over block, gets blocked actually to Megan. Back to Ellie. Ellie does a roll shot over. Hawks able to get it up to their right side. They go around the block. Kaylin gets it up. It hits the net and rolls on the Jag side. And so the Hawks back up 1 here in this second set. Hawks serving down the line. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan backs us to Tatum. Tatum goes off the block and out of bounds. So the Jags knotted at 21s here as Sophie checks out Sydney checks into the front row. Maya back to serve. Maya low serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They set up their right side. They go around the block and down. So the Hawks back up 1. Cross court serve. Kaylin pops it up. Megan pops it up. And Ellie bumps it over. Hawks setting up their offense. to the right side, over the block. Kaylin gets it up to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum goes cross court. That's a kill for Tatum on the right side. So we are knotted at 22s here. So Tatum will head back to serve for the Jags. Tatum low serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set there outside. They get partially blocked by Sydney. Maya gets it to Tatum. Tatum back to Ellie. Ellie tips it over. Hawks with the cover. They're going to set their right side. They tip it over. Maya gets it up. Tatum gets it up. Ellie hits a roll shot cross court. Hawks setting up their offense to the middle. And a cross court shot by the Hawks finds the corner. So the Hawks back up one. Hawks deep serve. Kaylin with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Megan. Megan goes cross court. Hawks with the dig. They set up there outside. They tip it over. Gets partially blocked. Ellie with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Sydney. Sydney hits a cross court shot for the kill, catching the sideline. So the Jags with the point. Kaylin will check out. Bailey will check in as Ellie will head back to serve for the Jags. Ellie cross court serve. Hawks able to get it up. They set up their middle. Partially blocked. Maya able to get it up to Ellie. Ellie to Bailey. Bailey goes cross court. And that will be a kill for Bailey on the outside. So the Jags needing one more point to push it to a third. Ellie cross court serve. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up there outside. They hit a cross court shot. Maya able to pop it up to Tatum. Tatum back to Bailey. Bailey goes into the block and gets blocked at the net. So we are knotted at 24s here in the second set. Hawks getting set to serve. Deep serve to the middle. Maya pops it up for Tatum. Tatum to Sydney. Sydney pushes it wide out of bounds. So the Hawks now serving for the game. And the Jags will use their second and final timeout of the set. After the timeout, both teams back out onto the court. Hawks getting set to serve. Deep serve, Bailey able to pop it up to Tatum. Tatum back to Bailey. Bailey hits it deep. Hawks pop it up. They're going to set their outside. They tip it, blocked by Megan. Hawks able to get it back up to their outside. Blocked by Megan again. And so we are knotted at 25s here in the second set. Maya will head out. Sophie will head into the front row. Sydney will head out. Nora will check in and head back to serve for the Jags. Nora cross court serve. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set their middle. Hits it a little bit too low into the net. So the Jags back up one here in the second as Nora heads back looking for one more. Nora cross-court serve deep. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set up there outside. It gets blocked. Tatum gets it up. Megan gets it up. Ellie tips it over. Hawks able to get the cover. They're going to set up there outside again. Hits it, partially blocked. Bailey able to get it to Tatum. Tatum to Sophie. Sophie, move a block and down. And so the Jags will take the second set, 27-25. So we will head to a third set to determine the winner. So after the set break, knotted at one match apiece. Both teams back out on the court. In the front court for the Jags, we have Tatum, Sophie, and Bailey. In the back court, Megan, Ellie, and Sydney. Sydney will check out. Maya will check in. Megan will be serving for the Jags here in the third. Megan, hard serve down the line. Ankeny able to pop it up. They're going to set up there outside. They hit it, blocked by Sophie. And the Jags will start with point number one here in the third set. A little different than the first two sets. Megan back to serve again. Megan, deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up there middle. Hits it, goes cross court, but that's wide out of bounds. So the Jags will get the second point here. Megan cross-court serve. Hawks able to pop it up. They set up their right side. They go cross-court. Megan with the dig. Ellie able to pop it up to Bailey. Bailey bumps it over. Hawks get the cover. Able to get it to their outside. They hit a roll shot cross-court, but that goes wide out of bounds. And so the Jags starting with the first 3 points here in the third set. Megan back looking for more. Megan cross-court serve this time. Hawks able to pop it up. They set up there outside. They go into the block. Gets blocked. They push it over. Tatum able to get it to Megan. Megan to Bailey. Bailey hits it just at the top of the net. And it bounces back to the Jag side. Looked like it was going to roll over. So the Hawks get their first point in the third set. Now getting set to serve. Deep serve down the middle. Ellie pops it up to Megan. Megan Back to Tatum. Tatum through the block and down. A kill for Tatum. Will get the ball back to the Jag side. Bailey will check out. Kalen will check in and head back to serve. Kalen deep serve to the middle. Hawks pop it up. They're going to set their right side. Gets partially blocked. Kalen goes diving, gets it to Megan. Megan to Sophie. And they're going to call a point for the Hawks. Megan was trying to set that. The Hawks didn't allow her to. So the Hawks will get the point. Down to Haley Flanders with the serve. Cross-court serve deep. Maya pops it up. Bailey setting up. Ellie hits a roll shot over. Hawks with the dig. They're going to set up there. Oh, they're going to push it over. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan to Sophie. Sophie goes over the block and down. A kill for Sophie in the middle. So Maya will rotate back to serve for the Jags. Oh, Sophie will check out. Sydney will check in. Maya low serve down the middle. Hawks push it up and over. Ellie to Megan to Tatum. Tatum goes cross court. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set their right side. They tip it through the block. Kaylin gets it up. Megan gets it up. Tatum hits it over. But they're going to say Kaylin didn't get that pancake. So they give the point to the Hawks. Deep serve down the line. Ellie with the pass. And on the overpass, the middle for the Hawks, able to stuff it down. The Hawks back to within one here. Deep serve, and that goes backwards out of bounds as Ellie and Kaylin collide trying to get that serve. So we are knotted at fives here in set number 3 as the Hawks get set to serve again. Deep serve down the line. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan back sets to Tatum. Tatum goes off the block and out of bounds. Kill for Tatum on the right side. So Tatum will head back to serve for the Jags. Tatum low, cross-court serve. Hawks able to get it up, sets it up there outside. Goes too low in the net. So the Jags will get the point, leading by 2. Tatum will head back to serve again. Tatum deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to set up there outside. They tip it down the line. Tatum able to pop it up. Maya setting up Ellie. Ellie does a roll shot deep. Hawks able to get the dig. They're going to set their right side. Who goes over the block. Touched by Ellie, I think, on the block there. Just got her fingertip. So the Hawks will get the point. Down 1, now getting set to serve. Low serve down the middle. Kaylin gets it up. Megan gets it up. Ellie bumps it over. Hawks setting up their offense to the right side. They're going to tip it over. Maya able to get the dig to Tatum. Tatum back to Megan. Megan goes deep. Hawks able to get it up. They're going to step their middle. Goes cross court. Maya with the dig. Tatum gets it up. Ellie bumps it over. Hawks setting up their offense again to the outside. Goes cross court. Maya with the dig to Tatum. Tatum out to Ellie. Ellie tips it, and it goes too low into the net. So we are knotted at 7s here in the 3rd set. Hawks with another serve. Hawks low serve. Kaylin pops it up. Maya sets it up. Megan. Megan goes cross court, and that catches the back baseline. A great cross court shot by Megan. So Kaylin will check out. Bailey checks in the front row as Ellie heads back to serve for the Jags. Ellie serving down the line on the overpass. No, Hawks tip it over. Tatum to Maya to Megan. Megan tips it over. Hawks get the cover. They set up their right side. They hit it partially blocked. Maya with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Sydney. Sydney through the block. Hawks try to get it over, not able to clear the net. So the Jags will get the point. Ellie will head back to serve again. Ellie, short serve. Hawks able to get the cover. They set up the middle. Blocked by Sydney. Hawks set it up to the right side. Blocked by Sydney and Bailey. Hawks go cross court. Unable to get the dig that time by the Jags. So the Hawks get the stop. Down one. Now getting set to serve. Hawks deep serve down the middle. Maya with the pass to Tatum. Tatum back sets to Megan. Megan goes into the block. Gets blocked. Megan gets it up. And then Sydney hits it off the block and out of bounds. A kill for Sydney. So Sydney will check out. Nora checks in. Will head back to serve. Maya heads out. Sophie will head into the front row. Nora deep serve down the middle. Hawks set it up there middle. Blocked partially by Sophie. Megan gets it to Tatum. Tatum to Bailey. Bailey goes cross court. Hawks with the dig. They set up there outside. Locked by Megan and Sophie. So the Jags leading by 3 force the Hawks to take a timeout, their first of the set. So after the timeout, the Jags back out onto the court. The Hawks getting ready to break huddle will follow suit. Nora heading back to serve for the Jags. Hard low serve goes too low into the net for Nora, so the Hawks will get the point. Nora will check out, Sydney will check in, and then head out immediately for Maya in the back row. The Hawks getting set to serve. They got to redo that as I think the up or the down ref wasn't quite ready for that switch out. Hawks low serve. Ellie with the pass to Tatum. Tatum to Bailey. Bailey goes into the block and over. That's a kill for Bailey on the outside. So the Jags get the ball right back. Megan heading back to serve for the Jags. Megan deep serve down the middle. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter. Hits a roll shot. Blocked at the net though by Sophie, I believe. And that forces the Hawks to take their second and final timeout of the set. After the timeout, both teams head back out onto the court. Megan back, ready to serve. Megan cross-court serve. Hawks able to pop it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter. Hits it off the block and backwards. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum off the block and out of bounds. And the Jags now serving game point number 1. Megan Hardlow serve. Hawks pop it up. They set their middle. Partially blocked. Maya goes diving to try and get that dig. Can't come up with it. So the Hawks still with life here in the third set. Now getting set to serve. Hard low serve. Ellie pops it up. Tatum pops it up. Bailey hits it over the block. Hawks able to get the dig. They set up their right side hitter. Hits a roll shot over. Megan with the pass to Maya. Maya back to Tatum. Tatum goes off the block. Gets blocked. Maya to Megan, who tips it over. Hawks cover. They're going to set up their outside, who hits a roll shot deep. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan to Sophie. Sophie goes through the block and down. So the Jags will win the third set 15-10 and head to the championship game. We will stop this broadcast and start a new